Hey, in this episode of Deadbeat Christian, we're going to continue our talk about what a deadbeat Christian might look like. And this is Deadbeat Bob. Well, listen, I'm recovering deadbeat. I'm not totally deadbeat anymore. I'm recovering. And here we're going to go on like we did last time. And you might be a deadbeat Christian if you think offering is an expense instead of an honor. Some of you guys out there, deadbeat Christians, don't get it. They think that offering diminishes their accounts instead of what the Bible teaches, that when you sow, you will reap a harvest back in return. And you might be a deadbeat Christian if you think that your wealth comes from you and not by the power of God. God gives you the power to get wealth, not you. Get over yourself. That's stupid. And you might be a deadbeat Christian if you have to go, if the first thing you think about when you're sick, go to the doctor. Go to the doctor. Go to the medicine cabinet. And as a last resort, pray and go to God. Now that is a sure telltale sign. You say that fast. Telltale sign that you might be a deadbeat Christian. You might be a deadbeat Christian if you want something and turn to your credit card instead of asking God for it, because God is our provider. You might be a deadbeat Christian. You might be a deadbeat Christian if every time you go to church, the ushers give you a visitor's card. That's a good one right there. And I've seen that. That's true. And you might be a deadbeat Christian if the bulletin in your Bible is from Easter service 3 years ago. You might be a deadbeat Christian. And you might be a deadbeat Christian if you make change out of the offering plate. For crying out loud, that plate comes around, you put your dollar in, and you take back. I'm losing my mustache, if you take back some change for it. And you might be a deadbeat Christian if you only wear your good pants on Easter Sunday. That came from somebody else. Don't blame me for that. Oh, that was good, though. Anyway, now here's one, and I'm going to stop on this one. You might be a deadbeat Christian if you say all the time, no matter what happens, it must be God's will. I hear this all the time. You know what that means? You blame God for everything. It must be God's will that Uncle Johnny, who's only 50 years old, is dying from terminal cancer. That is not God's will. It must be God's will that a 5-year-old boy gets run over by a car. That is not God's will, people. I hate that. It's not God's will, according to the Bible, as we prosper and be in good health. It is never God's will to take somebody's life before the time and before they want it to leave. It is never God's will to take children. It is never God's will. And God saying that is just a way to conveniently put the blame on God and not where it belongs some of the time. I don't have the answers to everything, but I'm going to tell you this. It's not always, these evil, bad things are not God's will. And you just read your Bible and you'll find that out. So I'll leave it at that. This is the second or third episode of DeadbeatBob.com. And this is Deadbeat Bob signing off saying, don't be a DBC.